Hi guys, just wanted to give a quick review of the Guru Bike Fit. Um, I had to pay for mine just like anyone else. This isn't a sponsored review. I just asked them if I was allowed to film. It's a pretty cool machine. It's essentially you sit on it and you can see your power readings and all the figures. How easy your cadence is and all that sort of stuff. And so that's all on the screen in front of you. You can see yourself pedaling, so you can see if your knees are going out or if there's any problems with the way that your hips are rocking or whatever. And you can see here, if you have a very close look at the bike system, my saddle height is being raised and lowered continually. So we're seeing what that is doing if I keep the same cadence, what it's doing to my power, what type of muscle groups I'm activating. So we ended up actually raising the saddle by about 10.5 mil. That was the final figure that we went for. And it's amazing how much difference that makes in terms of activating your quads and hamstrings rather than your calf muscles. So it did make a massive difference, about 10 to 15 watts with the same amount of effort and cadence. So huge gains there to be made. And we've got a laser here instead of a plumb line, which is kind of cool. And they're getting the setback absolutely millimeter perfect. So the setback, essentially, when it's correct, will allow you to activate, again, the proper muscles. So once you've got that, and this is me in my Caleb Ewan impression, once you've got all of that sorted, they'll start moving other things around like the stack height and your reach as well. And then what they do is with your stack height and reach, they'll elevate the bike, so they'll show it with some elevation. So the entire bike comes up as if you're on an incline, and obviously also important is how comfortable you are whilst descending. So they've got it on a 6% decline as well. Obviously you don't want to be reaching out and can't control the bike. You want to be able to not have too much pressure on your hands as well. So we continually changed the positioning all the time. And, it was just a simple, does this feel better or does this feel better? All right, where's the pressure, and he could tell absolutely everything. So a very experienced group. This was actually at King Street Cyclery. They're the only ones in Sydney that have this bike fit system. And it was, pretty awesome, really, really cool. So, we went through, I was spinning for 2.5 hours. And so you get a good idea of how the fit feels for a long enough ride. And I've never been so comfortable on the bike once we sort of finalized the figures of where the fit should be. And yeah, so you can see my bike on the right hand side there. And now we've changed everything. So they take it into the back room. They chopped the stem down to the correct height. They put the new saddle on, which is a Physique Arione VSX, so it's got the relief channel in the middle. And yeah, they changed everything and put it all. They give you a report, and you can see here that there's a lot that's been changed. So original fit, updated fit. You can see my saddle height has increased by 10.5 mil. So I'm activating the correct muscles. And again, to activate the correct muscles, you need the correct saddle setback. So you can see that my saddle setback is now 420 mil instead of 404. My drop has increased massively from 35 mil to 96 millimeters. And that's a big difference because the first fit I had was more geared towards commuting to work and just a weekend ride. Now that I'm racing, I'm essentially wanting a more aerodynamic position. And this was actually a comfortable position for my flexibility. So a pretty huge drop, saddles to bars there, as you can see. And the reach was reduced by 10 mil. So as you can see there, the big changes to the reach, which just make it, they take a lot of pressure off my hands because my hands were going numb on long rides. And essentially when I was riding for 2.5 hours, my hands were absolutely fine on this machine. So riding home after this fit, it felt so natural. It felt really, really good. And I really recommend this system to anyone, really. It's if you've already got your bike, it's only $150, which is, I took 2.5 hours with these guys. So it's probably the most bang for buck fit ever. It's ridiculous. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, have a look at it. Do your own research. It's endorsed by Peter Sagan. He's got his fit on this, and they fit the entire Cannondale squad year after year. So if that's important to you, there is decent backing for it. But just I can't recommend it enough. I've never been so comfortable on the bike. So very important bike fits. Hopefully, I'll see big improvements in my critical power outputs in the next few months because of this as well. If you haven't subscribed, please feel free to. And it's been Dan K. I'll see you guys next time.